If I work out in the morning, I'm good on a podcast. But if I don't work out, I suck on a podcast. And I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. No, I'm my favorite is, I used to do this a lot. I haven't done it in a while, is full busy day, nap at home, box of wine on the treadmill, and do that until like midnight, watching TV, box of wine.
Box of wine on a treadmill.
It's the best.
How are you sipping it, Jake?
You have a glass, but you have a box. The box fits on the corner on the treadmill. So it's got a little spigot.
Yeah.
And you just sit there and just put on like Guys Grocery Games, or like just something. It's like a.
You walking or are you running?
I walk. I walk at like a 3-5. So what'll happen is if you start at 3, casual walk, 20 minutes, you're getting a mile in, and then you're gonna feel loose. Get up to a 3-5. You can do 7 miles on these things and you're just enjoying your night. Especially like my wife, back in the day when we lived in our old house, my wife would come into the man cave and she'd sit on the couch and we watch TV together.
Yeah.
And like watch Game of Thrones. And you just like for an hour and you just get on the treadmill and do it. Oh man, I loved. Haven't done that as much lately. That was the fucking.
So you can lose yourself. You can forget yourself.
You forget you're on a treadmill, and you just are like walking, and you're sweating, and you're having wine, and then at certain points you're you start jogging, especially like we were watching Not All Quiet on the Western Front. What's the one where they've got to get the message to the front line? I would run like I was in World War II.
Yeah.
I would run when they would run, and it was fucking awesome. And I would be like, because they were doing drinks, they'd be like, take a drink, you got to run up there, and I'd be like, okay. Yeah. I'm really into history podcasts right now. Like I've been in them for a while.
20th century or everything?
Everything. I listened to was it Marcus Aurelius and Cleopatra today? In the middle of the podcast, they're like, just so you know, Cleopatra wasn't as hot as everyone says. I was like, why are you saying that? Yeah, tell me she's a 6. She looked like Snooki.
Yeah.
Like, why let me dream that she looked like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
And then I listened to that one today.
I listened to World War II a lot.
Oh,
a lot of books on World War II. A lot of podcasts about it.
What's your favorite theater? The Pacific or European?
No, European. Pacific. Well, because my family, so much of it has died in that theater. So,
dude,
it's personal.
So much of it.
I hate to sound cliche, like I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger in an '80s movie, but it's personal.
You know what I find funny about that?
Yeah,
is Lenin. It was Lenin, right?
John Lennon. Or
no.
Other one?
Was it Lenin? Was World War II, right? Or was it Stalin?
Stalin.
Stalin.
Yeah.
Stalin thought him and Hitler would be friends.
Yeah.
I think that's so cute that he was like, we're going to be buddies.
Yeah.
Like, we're boys.
Yeah.
And then Hitler's like, oh, fuck you. Yeah. I'm Hitler, bro. This is what I do.
Well, at first he was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be friends.
Yeah. Sure. And then call me. Better yet, I'll show up in winter. How's that sound?
Yeah.
I find all of that so fascinating. When I was a kid, I had a hard time understanding how, because we were always at war with Russia when I was a kid, and I had a hard time understanding how we could be on the same team as Russia in World War II. And I was like, wait, how did that turn south? And then you just listen to podcasts. Yeah, I'm that, all of that, like all of the World War II. I got really into the Pacific shit for a while, but I'm really deep in the whole. We went to Normandy from the cliffs of Dover, and to think, so that's the fucking beach. That's the fucking beach. Oh shit, this is cold as fuck. These dudes jumped in ice cold water.
Yeah. And
this isn't like a cool beach. Like this is, and it's just so insane and then to see like it's pretty intense. I don't know why I got into history late in life. I was kind of into it, but I'm really into it now. And I love just learning a little something about, today I listened to like the Noiser has a great history stuff. It's like history for dummies, I think. Like I can't listen to the really smart stuff. It starts losing me. Too many names and I'm gone.
Yeah. Well, Dan Carlin is always the best.
Your podcast with Dan Carlin, was so fucking good.
Yeah.
He is. I mean, I only know about Martin Luther because of Dan Carlin. I only know. Like I made a joke about some Lutheran the other day, and everyone laughed, and I was like, "Did you guys listen to the same podcast I did?" Because I just am quoting Dan Carlin. His podcast. I mean, we all quoted the same shit about Genghis Khan, about how he could shoot a dove off a horseback, but we knew that all 4 hoofs had to be off the ground at the same time they shot. They would sometimes take their meat and stick it under their saddles. And that, I mean, Dan Carlin he is the motherfucker.
Yeah.
God, discovering podcasts was the coolest time of my life.
And the interesting thing about him is audio. And so it's the voice. So for me, I mean, everybody has a story with a prostitute in a motel. Dan Carlin was my prostitute in the motel. I invited him to a motel. I don't even remember, in the middle of nowhere. He shows up with that voice. And the rest is history.
So good.
Things that we'll never know what happened.
Liked you.
Oh boy, did he like? No, I'm just kidding. I'm really running with it. But yes, we did. We got along. I mean, he's an incredibly kind and thoughtful person. Constantly self-critical, thinking he's not good enough. He just works on those episodes forever. And he just thinks that there's these, just like with Goggins, there's these other historians that I think like weigh on him, like they're going to judge him or something like this in his mind.
I talked to him about Daniel Pichelli, and I guess his thing is I guess his hang up is Carlin's is he's not like this, like he doesn't feel like he's a real historian, but he is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the way he shares the story. Look, we had a history teacher in 7th grade who was a con artist, and he came and taught our 7th grade, and it was a whole con artist. All he taught us about was barnstorming and the JFK assassination. I walked away having such an appreciation for barnstorming, a very small blip on Americana, but I know a lot about barnstorming because of this guy, and because he was passionate about barnstorming. It was the funnest 7th grade history class I'll ever take in my entire life.